Alright, what's going on out there, everybody? Rooster here in Tennessee, another video. Figured I'd do a video on this little two-pill here. Since it's been a while since I've done a availability video. It's usually just been customer videos that have contacted me and bought an amp. You know, people message and say, hey, what do you got in stock? I tell them, and they end up buying it, and I do a video before they get it. But this amp is available. This is the last one of these that I have in until I get some more. I'm hoping to get some more of these before Manchester. I thought I had made a sufficient order that would get me through until Manchester, until after Manchester, but thankful for the business I've been getting, obviously, and have sold more of these than I anticipated selling. So this is the last one. Hopefully I'll have more before Manchester, but no guarantee. And we're going to test this thing out. Actually going to do the input on it too, just for the heck of it, just to show the input tune on this thing. I don't have a second bird meter in here right now. I do have more bird meters, but just not in here on the test bench. So they're all hooked to amps and stuff. So we'll pause the video and then reroute the coax and check the input or whatever. But first we're going to do the output of it. These things, I've said this before, they run super cool. I love these little two-pill 2879Cs. They just do a great job. But we'll test the current draw of it first here with our little clamp meter. So you get on down. Almost 23 amps. So right there along the lines, we've known to expect out of these. Obviously our little uniden going in. 1000 watt slug, average power first. Audio. Oh yeah. 140 watts. Anybody wants to see me just talk into it normal, 1, 2, 3, or listen to me talk into it normal, audio. 100, 120, just talking. Audio, radio, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Audio test, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 400 pp. So this thing's doing what it should. 3 of these left here yesterday, and they all performed about like this one does, right there in the same parameters. There was one that was just a little bit harder than the others, but they all did about the same. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to get in the habit of doing this on every video, unless I just decide to get another bird meter to put in here. But I am going to check the input tune on this amp, just to show you kind of what you can expect out of these. And like I said, I'm not going to go through the trouble of doing it in every single video unless I just happen to get another meter. Because normally, if you have an input tune issue, okay, number one, hello, audio, 1, 2, audio. If you have an input tune issue, a lot of times the meter on the radio won't even, it'll be way back here swinging, it won't swing right. That's one indicator. Another indicator is if you have messed up input, the output on the amp is going to show wonky. So a lot of times you don't even necessarily have to check the input tune on the amp to know whether it's good or bad. Now, that being said, this is on a dummy load. A resonant load, a tuned load, a balanced load, whatever you want to call it. Things can change if you put this on an antenna that doesn't have a balanced tune, balanced load, whatever you want to refer to it as. Okay, dummy load is perfect scenario. Now, my antenna outside, my beam, you might as well be hooking to a dummy load when you hook up to it, because the tune on it's probably better than what's on my dummy load. I think the dummy load actually has a little bit over a 1.0 SWR, and my beam has a 1.0 completely flat. So anyway, that's a whole nother subject. Maybe we'll do a video on that stuff sometimes, but I'm going to reroute this coax. Okay, right now, radio, gray coax goes in the back of the amp. clear coax goes to the meter. Here in a second, we'll have the meter. We'll put the dummy load coax right into the back of the amp, and the meter will be between the radio and the amp. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video and I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back here. Coax has been rerouted, so just to show you here, that goes to our 1500 watt dummy load. Gray coax goes to the output side of the bird meter now. So that's the input of the amp, output of the bird meter, and then the radio coax goes into the bird meter. So with the slug facing forward, we're just measuring power from the radio. Oh yeah, audio, 10 watts average. Audio, radio, audio, radio, audio, radio. About 39 watts peak. So that's what we're hitting the little box with, just to re-show that. Now, what we're going to do, turn the slug around backwards. So now, the way a bird meter works, if you guys don't know, or didn't know, the meter really has no sense of direction. So we could have plugged the radio in over here and then came to the amp this way, and if we had the slug pointed this way, it's still going to read, you know, the power. But instead, we've got the coax from the amp going to the output of the bird meter, or output of the bird meter, excuse me, into the input of the amp. So when we turn that slug around backwards, that element, it's going to read the reflected power coming out of this amp. Otherwise, our input tune. If we got a bad input tune, reflected power is going to be high. So let's see what it is. Key in the mic. Audio. Radio. About as flat as the input tune you're going to get. Not even moving. So what you want is, in my opinion, 1% or less is what you need to aim for on your reflected power. You know, other people have different standards. You know, some people say, oh, well, 2% is okay, or 1.5%, whatever. 1% is what you want. So if this thing's doing 100 watts average, you know, we would want 1 watt of reflect. But it's doing good. No troubles here. Fatboy 2P2879C. It is available. It is for sale. Questions, comments, complaints, let me know. Shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Rooster in Tennessee. See you, bye.